General Hospital spoilers tease that tension is brewing at the Quartermain mansion, and Harrison Chase is about to find himself in the hot seat. What starts as a friendly exchange quickly shifts into an uncomfortable confrontation when Ned Quartermain decides it's time to address some concerns about his son-in-law's recent behavior. In scenes from the March 2nd episode, Chase warmly greets Ned as he returns from a walk around the estate. The mood is light at first. Ned tosses out a few playful remarks, and Chase laughs along, clearly unaware that a serious conversation is just around the corner. When Chase asks about Olivia and Leo, Ned casually explains that they've stayed behind to take another lap around the grounds, which conveniently leaves the two men alone. That's when the atmosphere changes. Chase commends Ned for sticking to his health goals and prioritizing his well-being, but Ned smoothly pivots the topic. If they're discussing priorities, Ned suggests, perhaps it's time to examine Chase's. The remark catches Chase slightly off guard, though he tries to maintain composure. Ned doesn't mince words. He questions whether Chase has truly been putting Brooklyn first, or whether his attention has been drifting elsewhere. The implication is clear. Ned believes Chase has been far too preoccupied with his past, particularly where Willow is concerned. In a pointed moment, Ned essentially asks why it seems like Chase's loyalty and emotional energy are leaning more toward his ex-wife than toward the woman he's currently married to, Ned's daughter. The accusation hits hard. Chase is visibly stunned and more than a little embarrassed. Being confronted by your father-in-law is never easy, especially when there's truth tangled up in the criticism. Chase struggles for a response, knowing that from the outside, his recent actions may not look good. He may acknowledge that he will always care about Willow on some level. Their shared history guarantees that. But he insists that love and commitment are two very different things. According to Chase, Brooklyn has his heart completely. She's his wife, his partner, and the person he wants to build a future with. Still, Ned isn't entirely convinced. From his perspective, Chase's actions haven't exactly reflected that devotion. Spending excessive time worrying about Willow and Michael has created the impression that Brooklyn is being sidelined. For a protective father like Ned, that's unacceptable. Rather than grow defensive, Chase ultimately owns up to his missteps. He admits he may have allowed old feelings and lingering guilt to cloud his judgment. He apologizes for the time and energy he's diverted away from his marriage, recognizing that Brooklyn deserves better. He knows that intentions aren't enough. His actions have to match his promises. Chase reassures Ned that his focus is shifting where it belongs. With the adoption process moving forward and plans for expanding their family underway, he understands the responsibility that lies ahead. He may even mention that he and Brooklyn have taken concrete steps towards solidifying their future, including important legal discussions about becoming parents. Ned makes it clear that once Chase steps into fatherhood, the expectations will only grow. Being a husband is one thing. Being a father raises the stakes entirely. Ned challenges Chase to rise to the occasion and become the steady, dependable man his family will need. By the end of the conversation, Chase is remorseful but resolute. He vows to correct course and prove through his actions that Brooklyn and their future child are his top priorities. He doesn't want doubt or divided loyalties to threaten the life they're building together. Of course, this is Port Charles, and nothing stays simple for long. Even as Chase promises to make things right, new obstacles are already looming for him and Brooklyn. Whether Chase can truly leave the past behind and strengthen his marriage remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the pressure is on, and he knows he can't afford to fall short again.